For our first interview, we interviewed roommates Kimmy and Nicole, not the Nicole in our group. So what we asked them is if they thought that having the Appel Center app link would be okay on the MyYCP homepage. And they said that they loved that idea because people generally go on to MyYCP all the time. And if they saw a new link there, they would definitely check it out just to see what it is.
Another thing they really liked about our idea is if we were to have a blast email that would be sent out each day, and this would be in everyone's email, and it would show up all the extra updates and any current updates or what's going on down in the Appel Center.
We also asked them about the tickets button and if they thought that the idea of having a bunch of ticket buttons in the middle would be appealing to them, and they actually rejected that and said that it would be too much of a headache and too much for them to see. And so we changed that in our second prototype to only one ticket button that will send them to a bunch of tickets that they can buy. So it'll be more organized.
So the next person that we ended up interviewing was a guy named Gary on the second floor in the Manor Hall North floor. And basically when we were talking to him, we wanted to know about how he liked the idea. And another thing that we asked is what colors would be most appealing. And so we found that he liked the idea of having red curtains, possibly red seats, and just having a variety of colors that would be eye-popping to anybody who goes on the app.
We also asked him if he liked the events and if he would click on the app, and he said that he definitely would click on the app, and he thought the events button would be very helpful just to know what the Appel Center is about, since he did not know what it was. He did give the suggestion of having the app logos instead of the names, just to make everything more clean cut.
So in our third prototype, we asked Julia and Diana. So when we asked these people, also on the Manor Hall North third floor, we were asking them what would they like to see. And one of the things that they really said they would like to see would be a shuttle button, and that would also allow for people to see the current schedule that would bring students downtown from York. And another thing that they really would like to see would be to have some type of music that would be already playing on the app. Once you get to it, it would play the current and past music that they have put on in the Appel Center, and you would be able to mute it or even pause it or even change it to the next song if you didn't like the one song that it was playing at that time.
They also suggested to have wooden background for the background under the tabs. They thought that that would be more appealing and give more of a theater look to the entire website. This is the prototype we showed Marshall, our interview. Okay, so we basically want you to imagine this. You're on your YCP homepage, right? And you see this new, focus on this right here. So right here, you see this new app. It has an I, an A for Appel Center, and underneath it says the Appel Center. Okay. You click on that because it's new and it's exciting, and you're like so excited. And then we see this portion, and this would be the actual app, like the website that you see technically.
The link that you would go to once you clicked on the app.
And this, it says the Appel, and the background would be black with that as like lights shooting out. So you know those like fancy lights that.
So have you ever heard of the Appel Center downtown?
The Appel Center. I believe I have heard of it, but I'm not sure what goes on there most of the time.
Okay. So this would allow you to sort of check out what they do.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
But basically they show movies and comedy shows and like concerts and stuff like that.
Here, you can check it out. These are each tabs that we are gonna have.
Okay.
Is there anything that you like about it?
Or dislike?
Yeah. Or just
The
like,
greatest thing about it would be, I don't know anything that goes on down there, so. But if I knew something that was going on down there, then I would be able to go to it. I'm not able to do anything down there if I don't know what's going down there.
so that's why we have these curtains right here. So the purpose of these curtains is as soon as you click on it, the curtains would be closed and then it'd open to reveal like
Shows
this.
you what's going on.
Yeah, and it'd be announcements. So like movie credits, there'll be different announcements of what's going on at the house. Do you think that'll give you a general sense of what's happening down there?
Okay, see,
And-
that's the kind of thing you kind of need to know
Yeah.
if you're planning on taking a trip down to the downtown New York because you want to do something.
And there's also about, so if you don't want to read through all that, you can always just click on the tab that says about and
Perfect.
And then there's also the shuttle schedules, so like how you would get down there, and then there like you want to play like background music of like past shows and stuff that's been there, and you can mute it if you don't want to listen to it, but
You can also change the song if you want.
yeah.
that's the skip button right there. And that
Sounds
like
great.
you can click on the tickets to see what to buy your tickets online, or there's future events where you can see what events you want to see and everything, and check out the past events to get a sense of what they have done,
Okay.
you know?
Also, we were thinking about having like a raffle system based off this website, so then when you bought a ticket, that online code, it would like go into a raffle system. So if like every month there'd be a drawing and you get like half price on your next ticket or something like that, it kind of like, would that be kind of like what you
A
did?
little more
Keep
incentive
buying
to
tickets,
keep
yeah.
buying tickets, yeah.
And
I
then
see why people do that.
if you have a talent, like you want to showcase your talent, say you dance or sing or whatever, or you perform
It's gonna be
poetry.
like your place to put a pitch in to maybe get your own show at it.
Yeah,
And you can also say what kinds of things you'd like to see there. So if there's like a specific movie you'd want them to show, or an artist you'd want them to like try to bring in.
It's not like a place for criticism, that's a place for
Well,
like,
it can be
suggestions.
like whatever you want, but also if you want to suggest something you'd like to see there in the future, then
Is there anything about this like setup that you don't like or want us to change that might make it easier when you click onto it?
I don't think there's anything bad about it. It's very informative. They say, with a UI, user interface is you shouldn't have to explain your user interface. Somebody should be able to see it and recognize what everything means on it. And I think that works perfectly fine. Everything has a nice little picture or nice words on it that just perfectly describe it. You didn't explain these. I'm not sure. That's a link to Twitter and a link to Facebook.
yeah.
That's your shuttle schedule. You might want to put like schedule on there so people know.
Okay.
Yeah, most of it looks presentable and good. And it's flashy and it gives you the kind of showmanship vibe. So it's pretty good.
I really what I was thinking about. Basically, what you're saying is when we're in class and we learn about like the show, not tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Awesome. And also the background would be a wooden background. Would that be distracting to you if you can imagine that?
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be
or-
give a nice homey feel. So it'd be like sitting at a theater.
awesome. Okay, that's exactly the feeling we wanted to get.
Okay.
Alright, awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. After our final prototype interview, this is our final prototype sketch.